came to place and we back up. Running these racks up, 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter, when they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one, made a meal today.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Watch out, watch out. Tie it right. 4 down, check. 4 down. Bring up 48. Zebra. Hey, echo. Gun. Check the call.
Throwing is Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Incomplete. It's third down and 6 yards to go.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. Off the play fake, Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
Watch safety creep. Lance 50. Check 52.
First down, here's the run with Cook. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
A nice performance last week. Recognized as NFC Player of the Week after going over 100 yards rushing. I just love the vision. I love the wiggle he has, but I also love the power when he ends his runs.
That's what impressed me. Yes, there was some elusiveness last week. A couple times he just ran over guys.
I'm here all day. Check. Lucky. 50. Hey, Mike 40. Bring up 48.
Cousins now from the 50. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive.
Delta, 300. X3, 218, chopper. Watch his flat, watch his gun. Watch his flat, watch his flat.
Now Cousins on 4th down. The open man is Smith. Heck of a 4th and short conversion. They end up getting north of 20 yards.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 12 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Vikings 7, Lions nothing. Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Focus, defense, focus. Kill.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And 12 yards to go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Stafford. Screen play, Johnson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they... Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Barr, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So just shy of midfield. They tried it. Didn't work out. What did you think?
I thought that they should have punted the ball away. Should have gotten rid of it and played defense with better field position. Look, I'm as aggressive as anyone wanting to go for it on offense, but in this situation, it doesn't...
First half.
I don't know that there's any risk. I mean, what's the reward for your risk here? I would not have done that. My only explanation is this coach, he may want to be up here in the booth with us. We may have a 3-man booth starting next week if he keeps up with those decisions.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
At the Lions' 31-yard line.
Hey, tighten down. Hey, Ken. Any weapon.
On second down, Cook. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Cousins. And this is Cook with the grab. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
First down.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First down. It's Cook. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Alexander Madison, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
This will be taken short. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36.
Intercepted by the Vikings. His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Darius Slay on the coverage.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Not today. Out.
Cousins gives way to Cook. Cook with a first down and much more.
We got this.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Four down. Shane 382, lane 50. Hatchet.
Now a run with Cook. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
From the red zone now, Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And this is a guy who last week not only helped his real team, but really helped a lot of fantasy teams. 3 trips to pay dirt. They've got to contain him.
And watching him play is like going to lunch with you when you order that combo plate, right? In this case, his combo plate is he can go over the top of you and catch it in front, turn it into a big gain, run past you, and then uses his size and his physical abilities to keep you away from the football. Hard to defend this guy.
Reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week. On second down, this is Madison. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Madison. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He's trying to get a 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Alexander Madison, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Bailey got the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Get ready.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
On 2nd and very short, Stafford looking downfield for Jones. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. A shotgun snap for Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Stafford to Jones. Enough for a Lion first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Anthony Barr picks up his second sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Stafford into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Only 3 there on the screen. It's second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner. Everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points when you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback. But you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
On second and 10, Stafford. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
Check. Hey, 70!
From the gun, here's Stafford. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Looking to throw on second down. Stafford. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Operating from the gun. Stafford. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Mike's partner. 0.
59.
So they will go for it. Stafford. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
He's coming. Watch the slats. Watch the slats.
A first down throw for Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
First. Gun. Check move. Rip left.
Cousins on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's second and 10 now from the 29.
Hey, watch it. Two.
Cousins. That's to Cook out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll make it third down. The Vikings on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that will do it for this first half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down at about the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Stafford. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time, but now it'll be 3rd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Stafford. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down. Stafford now to throw. It's complete to Jones. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
Hey, alert 3.
A 1st down carry here for Johnson. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Hey, 54. 42 the mark, 42 the mark. I got it.
On 2nd and 7, Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Stafford. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They are going to go for it. It's Stafford. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. They run it again with Cook. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a 1st at the Lions' 41. And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Cook. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Cook. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Another carry now for Madison. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
It's now 4th down.
Mike Zimmer's made his decision, and that decision is to try and go for this thing on 4th down.
Alpha. 40's Mike right there. 40's Mike.
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together.
That's gone.
Hey, Mike 40, Mike 40.
Don't get nervous.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen. His first touchdown on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead will swell by one more.
Vikings 31, Lions nothing. Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. On second down and 4, Stafford.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
They have, you're right, they have had no room to breathe. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
It's 4th down.
Mike's 54.
Hurry!
54. Coming. He's crashing.
They're going to try and throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
At the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Following the interception, Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Watch 54. Exit, exit.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
11.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Play action. Stafford. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10. Cousins to throw it. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Trey Flowers, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Throwing, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
First down, here's Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
Cousins throw complete to Thielen. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. Cousins now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10.
Hey, foxtrot. Gun.
Mike 51.
Again, it's Cousins. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Through. Hey, Zoo.
Hey, come on.
Gun.
Go, Mike 51.
They'll throw again. Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all day.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Mike 51.
On 3rd and 1, here's Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
21.
After the interception, here's Stafford. He's going to let it fly. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there for Detroit. 54 yards. They go play action here on first down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
2nd and 10, Stafford again. Now a desperation throw, and that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.